All right, I have Cher with me today, and she is the owner of a PR public relations firm called Ginkgo Public Relations. And I have her today. I'm going to ask her some fun questions and learn a little bit more about what she's doing. So, Cher, would you tell us a little bit about you and how you got started in public relations?
Absolutely. I would say first, I am Taiwanese American, and I mentioned my heritage first because it drives so much of what I do professionally now. Like growing up, there weren't enough Lucy Liu's or Brenda Wong's in the world to look up to as role models. And even when movies like Crazy Rich Asians came out, I still felt that divide pretty viscerally, which was magnified when my mother unexpectedly passed away at age 49. And it kind of woke me up to what I had to do with PR and what she could no longer do, which was to tell her story. And it got me so interested in how I can use PR to help people who are underrepresented or marginalized, especially entrepreneurs and authors, tell their stories to the media, so that it can help not only amplify their businesses and their income and their impact, but also shift negative stereotypes that the media perpetuates and rebalance and totally inequitable media landscape that gives preferential airtime to men and women who don't represent the vast majority of us who are minorities, LGBTQ+, or disabled. And that's what we hope to do with Ginkgo PR today is by booking our clients on interviews for podcasts, TV, speaking engagements, and editorial placement.
Awesome. And tell us a little more about, so you went to school at
UNLV. I was a communications major, but I had zero intention of going into PR. I don't think I even knew that PR was an option, to be totally honest. I thought that I would maybe become a broadcaster. That was in my perspective, but I really just wanted to own my own business, and I didn't know what that meant. And it wasn't until I had an internship with a professor of mine, actually, who was a career coach on the side, that she taught me some basic PR skills. So just how to send emails to people in a professional way, how to amass a media list, and how to cold call producers, that I was really oh, this is a skill set that you can hone, and my degree funnels right into this. And then we actually booked major placements for her on NBC and CNN, with her having zero media experience or credibility at all. And I thought, oh my God, you can just ask someone to put you on TV and they'll do it. This is amazing. And I took that skill set and I began pitching sponsorships for podcasters, just landing them sponsorship deals for their shows. And then into marketing for a few years, and then got back into pitching and PR when a couple of my clients were just hey, my friends are telling me that podcast interviews are looking to convert clients to their businesses. Could you pitch them for me? And I thought, okay, why not? I can try. And now, 3 odd years later, this is the cornerstone of our PR business. But we also added in more of the traditional placements that you could expect to find at a PR agency.
Right. Yeah. So how has this COVID and stay at home really affected you and your business?
So I would say, to give you context, my business has always been virtual. So, and all of my clients are virtual. So while I have some friends who are in PR who have brick and mortar clients or nonprofit clients, for example, it's never been an issue for me. All of my clients are coaches, consultants, or some kind of service provider. So I had a pretty low impact. Thankfully, I'm super grateful for that. None of my clients left. And in fact, I signed a client onto my roster during this time. We did have to negotiate a 4-month contract versus a 6-month contract, which is totally fine. I get that. But honestly, I've been busier than I was before the pandemic, which just meant that I've had to manage my energy in a much more intentional way than before. And I even had to consider I need to bring somebody else on to help pitch with me, because let's say I get sick for even a day, things begin to fall apart.
Oh, for sure. So what is the thing you miss the most about being stay at home? I guess in Idaho it's changing, and I think you're over in Washington. You're in Spokane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in Spokane.
So what do you miss the most since COVID has hit?
I think it's just like the feeling of being safe in the public,
Mm.
right? Like I'm a super introvert. I don't know if you know this about me. So I can be pretty social. So like all my extrovert friends are dying right now. Like they need to like see people and like hang out with people. And I've been totally fine staying at home. But I miss being able to like go to the store or like go to a restaurant and just like feel safe.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to contract a deadly virus essentially. Um, and that's just, it's just an interesting perspective because, you know, I'm sure you had the same experience where you're like, everything I touch could have the virus on it and you just don't know anymore. So there's like this paranoia happening all the time.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So what is your favorite restaurant in Spokane or Coeur d'Alene?
Oh, this is a hard question. Spokane, I would say in the valley, there's Top of India, because I love Indian food. It's amazing. And then in Coeur d'Alene, Bluebird's great.
Ooh, yeah.
Have you been there? Bluebird is so good. But I rarely go. Because I don't know, I save it for like, I don't know, like fun occasions, but Bluebird's really good.
It's one of my favorites too. So what is your favorite type of music or favorite band?
I'm such like a hippie flower child. When it comes to music, all I want to listen to is like acoustic, Tom Petty, like anything chill and soothing all day long. Like I like all kinds of music, but like, you know, working from home, like that's what I like to have in the background or like while cooking or like, you know, whatever, exercising, but like acoustic, chill music all the time.
I love it. So I know you're pretty young still, but one piece of advice you would give a younger you?
A younger me, I think I would tell her that all the time she spends worrying is totally useless. And that the one tool that she can help, like the one like skill set that she can build for herself sooner on, like in her age, is to figure out how to manage her mind in a way that she worries less and spends more time like doing what she wants to do, or letting things like honestly just figure themselves out because, you know, at this point in our lives, we all realize that things typically figure themselves out, with or without our extra worrying on top of them.
So true. So how can people reach out to you and support you or work with you? What's the best way that people can support you during this time?
Totally. If you are an entrepreneur, an author who wants to pitch themselves, I would say the best place to find me is on my website. You can go to ginkgopr.com/subscribe. It's GINKGOPR.com. I know it's a weird word. And I have access to a free pitch list there that you can search by category. So if you like are an author who has a book about productivity, you can look up all like the business productivity podcasts to pitch yourself for. And that way you have a database to work from.
Perfect. Yeah, and I'll tag you in all the videos so if they want to get a hold of you, they can reach out to you. And then lastly, leave us with one piece of positive advice. People are struggling right now and it's hard. Leave us with something positive and uplifting that for everyone listening.
What a big question, Tabitha. Something positive and uplifting. I would say, you know what, I've always found that I feel the best and I feel the most positive when I'm doing something kind for somebody else. And this is actually one of the things that I base all of my marketing around. I call it one kind thing a day. So if you can just do one kind thing a day for somebody or even for yourself, whether that's like running a bath or taking a nap or, you know, taking a moment just to breathe,
Yeah.
I think that was really going to help people just like, you know, feel like they have some control in this world that just feels so chaotic right now.
That's so perfect. Well, thank you so much, Cher.
Thank you for doing this, Tabitha. I appreciate you.